What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is Sunday and we are beginning a new trading week today, and so I just want to share with you what I'm looking at for the upcoming trading week, right? Just to share with you my directional bias and what to expect within the week. Okay, so real quick, if you're not subscribed to my channel, do well to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. Okay, so real quick, we're going to start from the higher time frame, which is daily. So on the daily, we are bearish with this break of structure over here, which means price is supposed to come to this low. Okay, and if you're watching here also, we had this beautiful break and this, okay, which means price still wants to come down. Okay, but with this current push to the downside, this is what I'll be focusing on. Okay, I'm focusing inside this leg right in here, okay, because price has not done anything significant yet. Like we have a point of interest over here like this, which price has not tapped into. If you watch, price hasn't tapped into that, but it doesn't mean that we can flow to the downside. Okay, price doesn't need to always tap into a point of interest to flow. Okay, sometimes we can just take some liquidity and then we just move, or we just get to like a either premium or discounted areas, then we just move. Okay, so in here we've not tapped into that, so I'll see what the intraday is going to be saying, okay, with regards to whether price is going to come up and tap in there, or we're just going to continue dropping. Okay, so that is what the daily is saying, and then we can now move on to my H4 just to refine what the daily is saying. So when we come on to H4, we have this major internal structures. We had this high that created a low. We have this high which created this low as well. And I think somewhere last 2 weeks, I was expecting price to respect this PUY in here from this internal structure to push price to the downside. Okay, but as it stands now, we can see that this high has been taken. All right, so we've taken out this high. So in here, after we've taken out this high, we need to define what is happening inside this leg, because right now my focus is going to be this low to this high inside this major one that we've marked. Right, so right in here, what I can see is that within the internal structure, within this guy over here, we also had other substructures. Okay, so in here we had something like this. Go back to H4 please. So in here we had this beautiful break. I don't know if you guys can see this, but we had this beautiful break which leaves us with this low to this high, and then this low as well to this high. Okay, so this is a very good point of interest that you should be paying attention to. As simple as that. So now, instead of focusing on all of this big price action, I'm just going to be focusing on this low to this high. Okay, right. So now, after I've done this, I can now step onto intraday to see what price is saying. So to me, on the intraday level, I think that price has already told the story that it wants to come into this point of interest. Now this POY over here is what I call an obstacle. Okay, now the reason why I call it an obstacle is price, we can have a situation where price will come down into this POY, the bulls will still be respected, and we're going to have like a push to the upside. Okay, that is what the intraday higher time frame is trying to see. Okay, like a story. Okay, so that's the first story that we can have on the intraday higher time frame level. The second one that we can have is we can have price coming down. Once this obstacle is breached, trust me, we are certain that price is going to come to this low. Okay, so this is what this break of structure over here, or this breach of this obstacle, is what is going to determine the price is going to come to this low or not. Okay, so currently we have this to play with, so you can just mark this and then work inside that. Okay, so let me clear everything, and now we're going to focus on this low and then this high right in here. So once I've seen this, I can now step onto like my intraday, which is M15, and quickly define what price is happening in there. So on the intraday level, this was my last low. Real quick, this was my last low. Okay, and we can see that price took it out. We took it out somewhere right in here like this. Okay, so we had that break over there, black. So we had that break, then if we had a break, it means that there's going to be a point of interest up here, okay, which is also in confluence with the Asian high. I don't have any issues with that because I'll know how to deal with it. So this was a point of interest up there. Now after the break, personally, I was expecting price to do this. When price did this internal shift, I was expecting price to tap into this guy and then pull up, okay, so like make a complex pullback before the move can continue to the downside. But you can see what happened over there. Price never did. We had that fake out over here. So we've had a fake out over here, which leads us to just this high to this low. Okay, so currently this is what I'm working in. Okay, so if you're watching here, is a clean break of structure to the downside. Okay, so we have that beautiful point of interest over here. So if you're wondering, personally, I took a sell on Friday. Okay, I took a sell from here, okay, right from the highs over here on Friday, and I'm expecting price to drop to the downside like this to clear this loose. So I still have the sell in position. Okay, full volume, no partials, nothing, just full volume, opened, no break even, nothing. So that's what I am personally expecting. But the fact that I'm expecting price to move to the downside doesn't mean that price should just obey my command and just move. No, we still have other areas inside this leg where price can respect. So if you watch in here closely, we can see like we had a break of structure over here. We have this low which created this high, and then we have this low as well which created this high. So it means that I have this point of interest to deal with, this one. Okay, so what it means for me is that I can have price even come here like this, and then we're gonna start pushing up like this, and then we will come and break this POI. You understand? I'm not expecting that anyway, but whatever price does, I need to accept it. So by the time price comes in here, probably I may have taken some partials and, you know, move to break even. So it's coming back for me wouldn't be that painful like that. But I'll be rest assured when this guy is broken. When this guy is broken, probably the only thing I can expect is like a retracement into this point of interest again, and then I can now add up another position to drop to the downside. Okay, so that is what I'll be looking at. This is what is going to be my intraday focus leg, the high to the low, and then this first obstacle right in here to see how price is going to react to that. If we get in here and price gives me any buy scenario, I'm going to hedge. Okay, I'm going to take the buy as a hedge against my sales. Okay, like that, and then I'll see what price will do next. If price decides to like make a little push or whatsoever, definitely it is going to build a story around in here to tell me that, oh, it was just a little retracement, and then I can just join in again to buy sell to the downside. Okay, so that is what I will be looking at on Euro USD. Just this guy to this guy to sell more until this low is taken. Okay, but it doesn't mean that we can't come for the high. Sometimes when I break down these price actions and let's say I say, oh, price is going to drop, and then price ends up doing something like this, boom boom, some people just come and then be saying a whole lot of nonsense. I don't have any issue with that, no, but most of the times I react to price. So there are days that, you see, as I'm telling you that, oh, I'll be expecting price to drop, if I see price do this, like I said, I'll hedge. Sometimes I don't have the luxury of defining everything that price is going to happen. No, I have what I'm looking for. So when I come in here and then price does this and then respect and make a push to the top and even comes back to do this without taking out this high, I am still aware of what to do next. You understand? Even if we take out this high, I'm still aware of what to do next. You understand? So that is what I'll be expecting. If we break out this high, if we break this high out, definitely I'm going to expect a counter, okay, like a reaction, whether a deeper one or a shallow one. That one I can't tell, so I can just get a move like that and then probably see what price can do. We can even like cause another fake out in here to drop more to the downside, but presently with whatsoever that I am seeing in front of me, this is my last intraday high that created my intraday low. That is my beautiful point of interest, which I have sold from this is my last bullish point of let me see, last point of contact, okay, like an obstacle. If this guy breaks, okay, I'm rest assured that my sales are going to play out to the downside, which means I'll be adding more sales until this low is cleared. Okay, so that is what I am looking at on Euro USD. So I don't know, I think there is little time. Let's touch on GBP USD real quick. So on GBP USD, let's start from, like, let's say H4. All right, so GBP USD, this is the last low. This is the last low that created the last high right in here, like this. Okay, so we have a low, we have a high, we can work inside this. On the higher time frame level, we have a point of interest up here. Okay, so just like Euro USD as well, you can see we've not tapped into them. So sometimes I don't like this kind of stuff, but it's okay. I mean, like I said, it's not every day that you tap into a point of interest, but you should always have, like, you know, that thing in mind, that we have this move here, this PUI here, so we can even have price like moving all the way to the top to tap in first before dropping. But apart from that, let's just deal with what price has presented to us. So back to H4, the low that created a high, which means we can step onto like H1 or M15. So H1, we had this break over here, with a wick. Okay, so we had that break of structure to the downside, and I think it will be the same thing as when we step onto intraday. Yeah, so if you watch here on intraday, there was a beautiful fake out. When I say a fake out, what I mean is, if you watch here, we have like a high, low, high, low, high, and then we took out this level with a wick, which means that price was supposed to like respect here and drop. Okay, but it did the opposite. Instead of dropping, it pushed. So it makes this guy a very important point. Okay, so after this break, this guy certainly is going to be a point of interest here. And if you're watching here, price has tapped in there, so it means that the sell has started, just like Euro USD. So we've had price tap into this point of interest, which means we can start dropping. Okay, now the same way in here, in as much as this sell has started, we need to look for the obstacles in here. So areas where we feel like price has the tendency to react, okay, or to hold, right, which is going to be this guy over here. Personally, that's what I'll be looking at as this point of interest. What it means is that if price comes in here, you need to be watching, because we can have a situation where price will just hold the boost, like a bullish momentum, and then go ahead to push to the top. Like I said, we have a POI up there, so this guy can respect it and then move like this before coming down, just like Euro USD. Okay, but apart from that, if price decides to do something like this, let's say break in here, probably Monday, I can join in on the sales from here like that, and then we are just going to continue all the way to the downside. If we break this, hallelujah, then we are certain that we are going to get to this low. Okay, so that is what GBP USD is also telling me. A bearish intraday, the sales has already started, but we have an obstacle in here to watch and see what price will do. If we break that, we are dropping all the way to the downside to at least clear this lows. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at on GBP USD. Okay, if you found value in this video, do well to leave a like and a comment in the comment section. Okay, and if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. All right, so see you within the week. Have a blessed one. Catch many pips as possible and make a lot of money as you can. Okay, so bye bye.